Hello everybody, welcome to another charting session here on the channel. Today is April 17th. I only took one trade today. It was in the morning. And yeah, I'll be going over the action today. So first off, let's look at the 4 hour. Okay. Over the past sort of weeks, more like months, ever starting, around the middle of January, we sort of been having this consolidation, and it was sort of like a slow up grind. And the reason why is because we took these previous all-time highs and we start slowing down around here. So looking at this, you can see massive sell-off on Monday, and then Tuesday sort of a consolidative day, Wednesday another sell-off, and we ended up taking this liquidity. So my bias in the morning, I was looking at the chart around, wait, not there, sorry. Just have to be somewhere around here. Okay, so let's say I was looking at the chart around here. In this leg down, I was looking for us to possibly retrace to a premium and go somewhere around here. We also have some stacked breakers, then to possibly sell off, right? And so I had this marked out. I had this, if we go to the 15-minute here, I had buy side, sell side marked out. We also swept liquidity, and we displaced up. This liquidity sweep could mean that we may target this liquidity, but here was the first liquidity that we could target, and that did get met. Pull back, and we bought back up. So we go a little further back here to around here. This is when I was on the charts, and I was looking for a setup to possibly get a buy entry. So looking at entry here, I did mark this out. So right here is a manipulation leg. The reason why is because we had these relative equal highs. We also had this high. We came up and we swept them just to then sell back off. And as you can see, these were not slow candles. These are strong up candles and then strong down candles right after. And so this took this liquidity as well, right? Took this liquidity. So I'm going to mark this as liquidity sweep. And if we look at 50% of this candle, you could kind of say, well, we sort of already did respect it right here perfectly, but we also did not close above this candle. So that is kind of showing us that we are pretty bearish. And at the time, I did not fully really recognize that. So after this happens, what is the target for this move? The target for this move, especially since we just did manipulation, is 50% of this range. The reason why is because we have this leg. This is the leg that swept these equal highs. Now we should displace down to reach 50%. We did that here. We actually sold very, very strongly off into market open, and we ended up sweeping this low. So after this low was taken, we created an SMT, and we also hit 2.5 on standard deviation. I think I took a trade actually kind of earlier, yeah. So this trade was beforehand. This was right after the manipulation, and it sort of was not a good buy. I should have not done it. The reason why I did that is because right here, I believe, we had an SMT. I'll make sure that in just a minute. So we had an SMT right here, and let's see if we go to the 1 minute. Yep, this is where we are. So from here to here, I believe. Yep, this was our SMT, and right after this happened, we bought back up, and we ended up coming down, and we hit a 15-minute for value gap, and my entry was, I believe, OTE. So yep, I took this around OTE, had this rejection back up, and we sort of bought back up, but then we just came back lower. And I think the reason why is because of this right here, this 1 minute for value gap for shorts from this move, right? This was a good sell setup, and I really did not recognize it at the time. Probably because this was a 15-minute manipulation and I was on a 1-minute chart. So after this, we sort of sold off. I also had this 15-minute for value gap. I had an eye on it because this was a previous respective fair value gap. As you can see, we sort of had some consolidation right here on the 1 minute. We actually did respect this fair value gap, and I was going to take a long here, but I didn't. I stayed patient. Then we just sold right back through. So something to note is that on this entire range, we did take out this sell side liquidity from previous day, right? This was a big liquidity target. We took it out and we sort of rejected right back up. In addition to this, after we take out this liquidity, what are we going to want to do? We're going to want to retrace to 50% of this leg right here. So if we take out the standard deviation projection, we got this high to this low, and as you can see, we did reach discount, beautifully respected discount, right? And we also have this for value gap right here that we did respect as well. So after that, we sold back off, and I really didn't look at the markets right after this. I had kind of a busy day. So yeah, very, very simple day. I do want to see if there's any setups to take shorts in here. So we take this, we sort of sold right back off. We didn't really get any entries available. I want to see if there was an SMT up at this high though, real quick. Yeah, there was no SMT. So the only entry that I see here, there's no entries right here. I mean, there could have probably been a 15-second entry right here, but I wouldn't go for that. The only entry is right here. Now this move right here, going down, the liquidity that it's supposed to promise to take should be this one, right? Now you could take this and sell off here, but you also have to make sure ES did not take it. So you can see right here, ES did take it. So I would not take that either, because then we would have an SMT right here, and it means that we could possibly sell, or we could possibly buy and break through this. And plus, it's in a discount. I do not want to take any sells in a discount because that would just be considered a chase. I'd be risking, if I took this here, let's see how much it would be a risk. So you'd put your stop at the top of this candle if you were to take it, right? And your TP would be here. It would not be good risk to reward ratio. So overall, we did a massive sell-off, did consolidation, didn't really take out this high, which is what I wish we did. Because if we did take out this high and then sold off, I would have looked for shorts. But we did not take the high, so I kind of figured we still could possibly take it. But no, we just sold off the rest of the day. So tomorrow, I'm wanting to see, well, we already tapped discounted this. So honestly, we do not have to come back up here because we tapped discount. But it is possible that we could see us come back up, you know, somewhere around this area, because that would be discounted this whole move. But it's possible that we might not take it as well. So what I'm looking at here is for us to retrace to 50% of this range right here. That would sweep this high and probably allow for, yep, this 5-minute for value gap. So I'm going to draw this out as well. So my bias for tonight in this overnight session is that we're going to come up, we're going to come to around this 5-minute area, generate some structure, and then in the morning probably sell off. And my next target would be this low, which is this low right here. So overall, looking at this, we have we are starting to create sell side of this curve. Let's look at the weekly real quick. I want to see if there's any imbalances that could stop us. So the only we have this weekly imbalance right here, and the scary thing is that weekly imbalances do tend to get respected very well, right? Let's look at this beginning. Okay, so we have this imbalance, or fair value gap, sorry. We have this fair value gap, gets respected. Come back up, wait for a fair value gap, and we got this one right here. This one gets respected, and this one didn't because it's right at the top of a move. This one did though, right? This fair value gap got respected, this one got respected, this one got respected. So it is possible this one will get respected. The only thing is that we may still want to come down and sweep this low before respecting this fair value gap, if that does happen. So my targets are still down at this low right here. And additionally, with standard deviation, drew this out. Here's these, and we hit -4. After that, retraced to discount of the range beautifully, and sold back off again. The only thing is that after we reach -4, it doesn't really matter what happens, because -2 is where we should then retrace the discount, but we didn't here because there was really no need to, because that's just what the market did. This would have been really nice for us to come back up though, because we had this SMT, we had this 2 to 2.5 area, and this low was beautifully swept. I think it would have been great for us to come back up, but we sort of did respect this still because we came back up to the reaccumulation zone. So it doesn't necessarily have to go to discount, which it didn't. The only reason I would have wanted it to is because we have this fair value gap right here in discount, and it would have been nice to respect off of that. But we also had this reaccumulation zone, which is 1 to 1.5. Price did come up to it, did work out nice, and then sold back off to -4. So yeah, that's really all I have for this charting session. Lastly, I'm just going to check Forex Factory. So tomorrow we have 8:30 unemployment claims. Unemployment claims are usually pretty strong news. So yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of volatility there, and that is where I'm going to look to take any trades. I have class during these times, so I won't be able to trade any of this, and then afternoon we'll see if I can trade or not. I'll probably try to look for a couple trades in the afternoon. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope you all have enjoyed this charting session, and I'll see you all in the next one.